Hello, this is Midori93, and this is going to be a Prism Rainbow Live episodes 40, 41, and 42 episode review. So, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't recorded for so long. I just really, I don't know why. Maybe it was because that all the episodes went in sort of an order where it was one group, a story, then one group, a story, then one group, and a story, then one group. Sort of type deal. So that's probably why I didn't do it. But mostly because, well, I really haven't had the time, and I'm sincerely sorry about that. And I will try and get these episode reviews out more regularly. So, now that we're done with that, let us get on with the episode 40 review. Now, episode 40 was sort of a offset from the episode 39 review of Rine. So, the first part was sort of Rine and June and Naru and Belle walking by, and then they see Norizuki, and Norizuki sort of talking to Belle about oh yeah, if you lose, you can always come back here. So they have that, and then the episode goes into it goes into Ann and Wakana, and sort of them getting mad at Kazuki for having a girlfriend, yeah. But the girlfriend actually ends up turning out to be an old friend of Kazuki and Sho. An old friend with Kazuki and Koji. And basically then Anna Wakana find that out after the dance. But the dance did include 4 jumps. It was sort of a combination of their splash jumps, their regular jumps, which were Swinging Heart Rhythm and Mesmer Flower Waltz. And then their 4th jump was their previous final jump from their previous performance. So they scored first, and that was basically the end of the episode, because after that, Anna Wakana got all mad and put a sign on the door saying, "Yeah, Kazuki, you're not allowed." So then we move on to episode 41, which was it was all about Yen and Joe, who is Takayuki Mihama, who is Koji's father. And basically the whole premise of that episode was Ito and Otoho in their room. They were preparing for their dance, and then Gen comes in, says, "I have to say something." And then once that happens, then we get Koji comes in, and he's about to walk away, but Gen pulls him in, or tells him to come in. And he starts a story about him and Joe, and how they created Lucky Star, and how Lucky Star was so famous, but then Lucky Star fell, and how Gen tried to get Joe back into Lucky Star. Unfortunately, what happens is then a car crash occurs, and unfortunately, as we know, Joe, or Takayuki Mihama, passed away on that day due to that car crash, and Gen is sincerely hurt by it, and says sorry to Koji about the whole thing, starts crying, and even bows and says, "Please forgive me." But Koji says, even though Gen never says it, that it's not going to stop me and Ito, and basically we're going to get through this no matter what happens. I know my father's dead, and I'd like to respect his memory, but even so, I'm not going to give up on Ito. And then what happens is they go up, Ito and Otoha say, "Oh yeah, we're going to go out, perform live," and basically they perform 4 jumps as well. But what shocks me is they come in second. I don't know. Maybe I thought Ito and Otoha's show was better-ish? I don't know. But again, they did come second to Wakana and An. So yay, I guess, in a way. But regardless, that is sort of the end of episode 41. Now we move on to the most important episode from the whole entire thing, which was episode 42. And this one is about Loveline disappearing. So the beginning of the episode is Naru and Belle, they're walking by, and they're like, "Yay, the show's next." But then Naru says, "Oh yeah, can we go visit Rine one more time?" Now they go to Rine's room. June's inside. She hears a knock, and she's like, "You're not going to get it, are you? But she's sort of shocked that Rene got up, went to the door. Nari's like, oh yeah, how you doing? And like, are you eating well? Are you doing fine? Like, anything wrong with you? But Rene says goodbye and closes the door on Naru. And that shocks Naru completely. Like, that Rene was so distant with her, would say goodbye and basically just shut the door on her. So then in the dressing room, Naru is crying and Belle's trying to, make her feel better. But unfortunately, while she's crying, Loveline also cries and poofs out of existence. That's right, just poofs, just gone. See ya. So what happens is then Belle says it's a serious situation, goes to everyone else and says, oh yeah, Loveline disappeared. They're like, what? Yeah, Loveline disappeared. So what happens is they all go on a search to look for Loveline. We see Wakana, Uchiha, An, and Ito. They're all searching around, saying Loveline with their own pair of friends. And even Belle is sort of like that. She's looking for Loveline as well. But what happens is then she goes outside, sees Naru. They go sit by the bayside, and Naru is saying her like feelings. It's like, oh yeah, why would Rene go? And like, does she hate me or something? And I don't even know if I can perform. But Belle's saying that, yeah, I know that, but I'm just hurt about you being hurt, because you're my partner and all that. And if my partner's hurt, then I'm hurt. She starts crying, but she doesn't lose sessioning. And then what happens is Hiro comes by, he says his little spiel, and Naru's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, you may look and sound weird, but you say some actual good things. So what happens after that is Naru and Belle perform Little Wing and Beautiful Pride, and they perform 5 jumps, which is easily enough to put them in the first place. And as I've said before, my favorite jump out of the whole entire sequence was the dual Prism Phoenix. I don't know why. That jump is just beautiful. That's it. Prism Phoenix. So that is the end of that episode. That is not the end of that episode. I almost forgot. Because at the end, we see Naru and Belle walking, and then we see Rene and June walking the other way. Now, they cross paths, and June's like, oh yeah, you're not going to talk to her, are you? But again, Rene just walks up. She walks past Naru, saying, like, I want to get you back. Like, I performed this Prism show to sort of make you see what you're doing, and that I want to see you get back. Or you see when I come back. So then Rene turns around and says, I'm going. With, not the most serious face, but, with a proud face, I'm going. And Naru's like, alright, have a good show. And basically that is the end of the episode. So, again, a 3-episode sequence that sort of summarizes what's happened in the Winter White session so far. And basically we get some more Ito backstory, and Gen backstory, and Koji's mother backstory, because we see her crying about thinking about Joe, and then also she has a little anger thing with Gen, where Gen says, oh yeah, let Ito and Koji get together, but she scowls and says, no matter what happened, I'm still not going to let them become a couple, just because of what happened. So that has been a triple episode review of Pretty Rhythm Rainbow Live, episodes 40, 41, and 42. Now, a short little, preview review of episode 43 is that there isn't much of a preview. It's Rene and June talking in turns, and basically they're like, oh yeah, what Prism show are you performing? Or who are you performing? What purpose are you performing Prism shows? And basically the episode's name is, it says Decision of the Angel, but for some reason I read it better as The Angel's Decision. So, yay. But again, that has been an episodes 40, 41, and 42, and a 43 preview review. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.